I want to share a little more specifically about what it can be like to work together in this way. I am grounded in this knowing that you are already whole and that the space here is about co listening your wisdom into greater fullness and flow. And another grounding that I am firmly rooted in is caring about tuning into really what matters most to you and tuning into what do sex and relationships and intimacy and pleasure have to do with what matters most to you in service of supporting you and bringing your whole self to your sexual self and your sexual self to the wholeness of the rest of your life. And another thing that's really important to me is to support you in tending the wider ecosystem of care that you are held in so that you are equipped to keep deepening and keep flowing outside of and far beyond work with me. And working with me is not a substitute for therapy, but it does pair well with it. I'm not a trauma specialist. However, I am deeply, deeply trauma informed. And depending on what you're hungry for, sessions can look like a lot of different things. The An example of a way that sessions can often flow is you enter in, I ask you what's most alive for you today and what are you most hungry for from this session, and then we map the session there out from there. Often will flow into, for anyone who wants it, some version of grounding meditation or somatic listening practice and intention setting. And often that revolves or begins with a lot of really simple, powerful offering of kindness to yourself around whatever you are holding. And a lot of folks are hungry for simply open space to share about what often feels less easeful to share about. And um, it's an honor to just gently ground and hold that container, and sometimes to reflect back what I hear you saying, sometimes to ask generative questions, sometimes to transcribe what you're saying so that we can tenderly hold it to the light and offer kindness there. And then I'm a Capricorn stellium. I have so many tools and worksheets and all of this that I have developed over the years. If that's your thing, that can absolutely be a part of our work. Um, and I also really love to offer visualizations and things that, especially at the end of the session, really honor the any rawness, any specific learnings, any specific possibilities that are coming up in an immediate way, and also visualizations and dreaming beyond, really staying rooted in the world that you would like to see, and the the depth and gorgeousness of intimacy that you know is possible and that you're dreaming into. And so sometimes that looks like um, visualizing talking to yourself of like 30 years from now, offering you wisdom, other ways of writing love letters to other parts of you, and in a totally optional way, but something that um, is really fruitful for a lot of folks who work with me, is I like to give both energetic and physical explorations in between sessions. I'm trained as an energy healer, and so I can offer specific things, sometimes as simple as notice an invitation to notice 3 things a day that your body is like yes to, whether that's a cool shower on a hot day, or biting into a peach, or feeling a soft shirt on your skin. Um, or it can be explicitly sexual invitations and explorations to do in between sessions and reflect on. I also love to offer written reflection prompts, and depending on your needs or um, how much flow and attention you'd like to have and do in between sessions, we can calibrate together. But I find folks get the most out of work together if there's some attention to practices and reflection in between the sessions when we meet together. And all that being said, I think it just is continually so deeply fulfilling and fascinating to me just how unique and wonderful each human is that I get to work with. And it is deeply important to me that we are collaborative and that we co-create the sessions together. It's always okay to say, please just flow and like guide me, Orion, and I'm happy to, and you can speak up if something's not working for you. But also, I'm always eager to attune to the flow and rhythm that is right for each person on any given day. And so, lastly, just a structural thing to communicate. I used to do one off sessions, but I found that that often turned into a feeling of time scarcity or trying to like get all the things in one session, which then kind of invited a temptation in me to be in more advice giving mode. And sure, I've studied a lot of this stuff for years and years and years. I trust what I'm grounded in. And also, I ultimately don't believe in advice giving. And so, because I really believe in deep long term growth and openings and not quick fixes, um, I no longer do one off sessions. So, if we work together, I ask that we start with commitment to 3 sessions within 3 weeks. That 3 weeks can be a little wiggleable, but essentially 3 sessions within 3 weeks to open and deepen into trust together and feel some sense of momentum and also spaciousness with what your intentions are in this work. And then after 3 sessions, we can check in and see where from there. Is it that we decide on an arc focused on something really specific for 3 to 10 more sessions? Is it that ongoing work would be supportive, whether weekly or monthly? We can check in about what feels right from there after those 3 sessions. So feel free to be in touch with any questions that you have, and also feel free to simply fill out the respond to the inquiry form. If you let me know a little bit more about you, then um, I can breathe into the ways that I might best be able to support you in this moment.